Here is a number that often surprises people when they first hear it. After the age of 30, the body gradually begins to lose muscle mass. With each passing decade, this process continues, and some muscle groups are affected more than others. One of the areas that tends to weaken the fastest is the glute muscles. These muscles are the largest and most powerful muscles in the lower body, yet they are also among the most neglected as we get older. Many people believe that regular walking is enough to keep these muscles strong. Walking is certainly helpful for circulation and general movement, and I often recommend it. But what most people are not aware of is that walking does very little to truly activate the glute muscles. In fact, research has shown that during normal walking, only a small portion of the glute muscles are actively working. That means the muscles slowly become less responsive over time. When the glutes become weak, it is not just about appearance. Weak glute muscles can affect balance, posture, and the ability to move confidently. They play a major role in standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, and maintaining stability while walking. When they stop doing their job properly, the body begins to compensate in other areas, and that is when discomfort and movement difficulties often appear. Here is the encouraging part. You do not need to perform difficult movements. You do not need to squat, lunge, or even stand up. Some of the most effective ways to reawaken and strengthen the glute muscles can be done while sitting in a chair. This is especially helpful for people who experience knee sensitivity, hip stiffness, or balance concerns. In this video, I want to walk you through 6 seated exercises that can help rebuild glute strength after the age of 60. We will start with the gentlest movement and work our way up to the most important one. I recommend listening carefully and choosing the exercises that feel right for your body. Let us begin with exercise number 6. Number 6 is seated marching. This movement may look simple, and it is meant to be. Seated marching gently wakes up the muscles around the hips and begins reconnecting the brain to the glutes. Think of it as a warm-up that prepares your body for more focused work. Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor and your back comfortably upright. Slowly lift one knee toward your chest as high as feels comfortable. Hold it briefly, then lower the foot back down with control, then repeat on the other side. The key here is not speed. The key is control, especially as you lower your foot back to the floor. I recommend 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 slow repetitions per side. This exercise can be done several times per week and works best at the beginning of your routine. Now let us move to exercise number 5. Number 5 is the seated leg extension with a gentle glute squeeze. Sit comfortably in your chair with both feet on the floor. Slowly extend one leg forward until it is almost straight. At the top of the movement, gently squeeze the glute on the same side. Hold for a few seconds, then lower the leg slowly. Repeat on the other side. This exercise encourages multiple muscles to work together and helps improve joint stability. If it is difficult to feel the glute working, placing a hand on the muscle can help improve awareness. Focus on slow, controlled movements rather than force. 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions per leg is a good place to start. Number 4 is seated hip opening. This movement targets the muscles on the side of the hips, which are important for balance and stability. Sit toward the front of your chair with your feet flat on the floor and knees together. Place your hands on the outside of your knees. Gently press your knees outward while your hands provide resistance. Hold for a few seconds, then relax. This can also be done with a light resistance band if you have one, but your hands work just as well. Remember to breathe normally and avoid holding your breath. Aim for 3 sets of 8 to 10 controlled holds. Now we move to number 3. Number 3 is the seated glute squeeze. This is one of the simplest yet most powerful exercises on the list. Many people spend years sitting, and over time the connection between the brain and the glute muscles becomes less responsive. This exercise helps restore that connection. Sit comfortably with your feet on the floor. Without moving your legs, gently squeeze both glutes together. Hold the squeeze for 5 seconds, then fully relax. Repeat this cycle 10 times. I often recommend doing this exercise several times throughout the day rather than all at once. Short, frequent reminders help the muscles stay active and engaged during daily movement. Number 2 is the seated single leg glute press. This exercise helps address strength differences between the left and right side of the body. Sit near the front of your chair, place one foot firmly on the floor, and extend the other leg slightly forward. Press the grounded foot into the floor and gently lift your hips just an inch or two off the chair while squeezing the glute on that side. Hold briefly, then lower with control. Complete all repetitions on one side before switching to the other. Start with 2 sets of 6 to 8 repetitions per side, and increase gradually as your confidence improves. And now we arrive at number 1. Number 1 is the seated glute bridge. This is the most effective seated exercise for activating and strengthening the glute muscles. Sit on a sturdy chair placed against a wall for support. Place your feet hip-width apart and your hands on the sides of the chair. Press both feet into the floor and squeeze your glutes as you lift your hips upward. Pause briefly at the top, then lower slowly. This movement allows the glutes to work against body weight while the chair provides stability. Focus on smooth, controlled motion and steady breathing. I recommend 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions 2 to 3 times per week. Consistency is what matters most. The body responds to regular, gentle practice over time. Improvements often appear gradually, but they are meaningful. Stronger glutes support better posture, steadier movement, and greater confidence in daily life. Start where you feel comfortable and allow your body to progress at its own pace. Even small, consistent efforts can make a noticeable difference. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of your body, and it will continue to support you in return.